Hi, it's Jackie from Ladybug Wellness. I've had a lot of questions about dowsing, so I figured I'd come on and give a little dowsing 101 with Jackie at Ladybug Wellness. All right, so several years ago, I had a mentor that kind of took me on, and I had been learning all about energy balancing. And through most energy balancing, we use applied kinesiology and muscle testing. I still do use that method for some things, but I just personally find it much quicker and easier for me to dowse. But when I very first started, when this mentor told me to go get a pendulum, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm doing. All right. So if you're in that spot, this is for you. Okay. So my mentor had told me to go get a pendulum. I'm like, what's that? It's a little weight on a chain, a string. Can be anything really. All right. So I went to a local metaphysical store, and I uh, was by my mentor's explanation. What you do is, if there's a display, they're usually hanging, and so this is my little pendulum right now. It's a little ladybug, and it's actually a necklace, but I use it as a pendulum. I don't wear a whole lot of jewelry, and these were a gift from a friend several years ago. So, little tiny ladybug. There we go. All right. So, there were several pendulums that were hanging. And so, what you do is you go in and you put your hand. Oh, actually, I'm right handed, so I'll do it this way. So, they're hanging, and there's a whole bunch of them. And so, I put my hand up. Okay, hold it still. And I put my hand up, and you notice that it starts moving into a circle. And I'm not doing that, it's doing itself, okay? My energy makes it move. And so when you put your hand up and you see one that starts moving and one that you feel drawn to, that's the pendulum that is most likely to work with you. So my very first pendulum was a little amethyst, and it was a little triangle, and I forget what they call that little, how it was shaped, but it was a little pointed one on a little chain, and that was my first pendulum. So my mentor had showed me how to dowse, and so what you do is you take the pendulum, and if you have a little stone on top, hold it by that, or however you're going to hold it. But just leave it be. Don't touch it. Okay. There's some people that say, move it or whatever. No, don't. Okay. Just let it completely be on its own. And I'll just turn it around so you can see the ladybug. There we go. All right. So don't touch it. And first of all, you say, show me a yes. So this one is going to go in a circle. That's my yes. Show me a no, and mine goes back and forth. All right. And I've been doing this so long that it does go quite strongly for me. The very first way that I was shown was to put my hand underneath it and then hold it above, and it would pick up my energy that way for yes and no. Okay. And then you can ask questions. When you're very first starting out, just stick to yes and no questions. And if you're doing something like emotion code or something on charts and you need to find words, I basically dowse yes and no for whether something is in column A, column B, C, D, whatever, or go by a number and find my answers that way when I'm tuned in with a client. So, like I said, this one is just a little ladybug necklace that I use. I happen to follow Raymon Grace. He's a very famous dowser. There's a lot of information on my website about Raymon Grace, and you can go on his YouTube channel. He's got a lot of stuff about how you can use dowsing to play with energy and do a whole lot of miraculous things with it. And I do a lot of energy clearing that way as well. There's another famous name out there, Eric Hunter, I believe, that a lot of people that I know follow. These are, quite experts in dowsing. I also follow the Tucson Dowsers. They've got a YouTube channel now, and they put on a monthly um, seminar workshop with a guest that explains more about dowsing. So if you're interested in dowsing, you can find all of that information in my website. And this is just a very simple using a pendulum to find answers and to clear energy and to play with energy and to do lot of fun and miraculous things with just a very simple pendulum and your energy. So hopefully that answered a few questions for you. Oh, one other thing I should mention, because I'm using a necklace. Raymond Grace uses a bullet on a chain. There's a lot of things that you can use out there. If I'm ever stuck, I can just use a feather on a string. It really doesn't matter as long as it's some sort of a weight that is on a string or a chain. There's a lot of people that get into crystals. And yes, there are different energies with crystals. That's really a belief system, really. You don't need to have anything fancy. You don't need to have anything particular, just something that works with you. A lot of people have concerns about cleansing pendulums. Yes, they can pick up energies. Just intend, a lot of things are just really intention, and that is the most important thing. So if you want to cleanse, there's different ways of putting it over smudging, smoke, or using Reiki. That's the one that I use, is I just intend with Reiki to cleanse pendulums or to clear the energy from anybody that I've worked with or working on myself or whatever, just to keep that energy clear. You can also put them out in the full moon. Yeah, there's different ways of cleansing them. Probably a lot of other people have different techniques. You can go look those ones up. For me, it's just I use a lot of intention and just Reiki and intention. Yeah, that's the most important thing. And a little weight on a string. So that's Dowsing 101, and that's the way that I do it. And yeah, I'll probably do another one, a video sometime to answer some more questions. But this is it for now. So there's Dowsing 101 with Jackie from Ladybug Wellness. Have a good day.